Welcome, Pokemon players, to another episode of Discount Pokemon Decks. Today is a Sun and Moon deck, or at least partially Sun and Moon. We have a Decidueye Vespiquen deck. Before we get to the meat and bones of this deck, the giveaway is going to be one pack of evolutions, so I will say a secret phrase. Be the first person in the YouTube comment section to say the secret phrase. If you are the first and you are the winner, you can friend me and I will send me a trade offer and I will give you one pack of evolutions. Obviously you want to give away some card you don't like. You can only win once per video, so please don't, if you've won once already, don't respond with any other secret phrases. We usually have more than one. And that's pretty much it. So this is a Sun and Moon deck, and the cost of this deck is going to be very cheap because the expensive cards are going to be, you're going to buy in a theme deck, because right now at the time I'm recording this video, the only way to get these cards is through a theme deck. So if you go into the shop and you buy the deck Forest Shadow, you will pick up a 3/2/2 line of Decidueye. That is this card here. And in case you're wondering about some of the other cards you can get in Sun and Moon, check out my other video talking about some of the Sun and Moon cards you can play right now before the set's officially released. And this is one of them. So I played around with this deck. It's not the world's greatest deck, but it gets the job done. And the thing I said about Decidueye is finally a green attacker that can do some damage without any real limitation. Yes, Brave Bird does 20 damage to itself, but a green creature that could do 120 damage without having to have Area Dose to poison the other opposing Pokemon or having lots of Pokemon in your discard is a benefit. We're going to pair it up with Vespiquen, which seems like an obvious choice. Both use double colorless, although you don't need it for the Decidueye. They're both green. They both benefit from lots of different things. So usually I talk about a focal point of this deck. This is more of a deck to get acquainted with Sun and Moon cards. It's not a real focal point. It's similar to our Raichu, my Raichu Vespiquen deck, which I think's probably the best, cheapest deck you can play. So you should check that out too. But this deck is, obviously the focal point of these attacks. The Brave Bird for Decidueye, you want to use first and early. And then Be Revenge with Vespiquen, you want to use later in the game when you have lots of Pokemon in your discard pile. They both require double colorless energy, although the Decidueye needs a grass energy as well. That said, there's a lot of good synergy in this deck. Level Ball, a lot of our Pokemon are 90 or less. Even the Dartrix is 80 hit points. You could use it for an Unown or Klefki if you need it. For Vespiquen, Combee, basically everything but the Decidueye, so that is a good, nice synergy to have. We have another Sun and Moon card, Timer Ball, and I talked about this in the other video. Definitely something you want to check out. Definitely you want to think about this card in any deck where you have evolutions, A, B, where you would normally put an Evo Soda, or C, you definitely want this card with any deck with Forest of Giant Plants. So Timer Ball, Forest of Giant Plants, beautiful synergy there because it puts the evolved Pokemon in your hand, and with Forest of Giant Plants you can lay them out right away, first turn or not. So very powerful combination. Yes, you can whiff. There's 2 coin flips involved. But I'm very happy with this card so far. We've put a Bursting Balloon in here. Again, this is kind of a plain vanilla deck, so we don't want anything too crazy, but Bursting Balloon kind of helps. We have weaker Pokemon, and we want them to get hit and die, so our Vespiquen will get stronger, so why not hurt our opponent in the process? We also have another Sun and Moon card, Professor Kukui. Draw 2 cards, and your Pokemon attacks do 20 more damage. I talk about that in the other video as well, the Sun and Moon video. There's nothing really crazy about this deck. Everything's pretty vanilla. Not much with supporters other than Professor Kukui. We have Trainers Mail to help us get which supporters we need in our hand. Special Charge helps to keep our double colorless back in the deck. Klefki and Unown, I'm sure you know. If not, check out the Raichu deck. I talk about them a little bit more there. There's not that much to say. This is just a generic deck. You know, try to optimize it for the cards I have. And let's just get to some games and see how it goes. All right, game number 1. Looks to me like we're going to be facing Mewtwo, but you never know. That is my guess. And oh, you also get this nice coin too, which is very important. See? You win every time with this coin. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's a pretty cool coin. So when you buy the theme decks, you do get the coin with it. This is a problem with this deck, is sometimes you don't always get the best draws, but because you have a lot of Pokemon in the deck. You know, maybe if I get a 4/4 line of Decidueye, maybe I can pair that with something else. Maybe Superior might be a good one to pair as well. But Vespiquen's cheap and easy. They both use double colorless. Although if you think about it, the Superior one may not be a bad idea. I can get the Unown and Klefki's out of my deck. And it doesn't use that much energy. And it works with the Bursting Balloon too. So, you know what? If you want, go check it out yourself. You know, make the fun part of this, don't copy other people's decks. Or if you do, tweak them. Come up with your own ideas and decks. So there's one right there. A good deck idea, I think. All right, so not the best hand in the world. Let's see what Trainers Mail gives us, because I'd like to place this double colorless down. It is not giving us anything good, and I'm likely going to play the N anyway, so I'm not even going to put any of it in my hand. And I think I've just got to play an N, and hope I get a better hand this time. So this is what I was talking about in that other video. Again, you should check out that other video, the Sun and Moon video, where... what was the name of the card? Lily would not really help you in that first turn. It looks like it does. It looks like it's a card that's going to help you, but I don't think it actually helps you, because you don't want to get that card on your first turn, because you want to, on your first turn, if you get a Pokemon, you want it to be... Hold on, I just want to read what it does. Nothing. Okay. You want it to be something that gives you a brand new hand. So, again, not a great draw here, but we can work with this. My opponent can't evolve yet, to my knowledge, unless he uses a Wally. All right, here we go. This is all right. This is shaping up a little bit better. I'm not going to place this down until I know what Professor Kukui gives me. And unfortunately, I'm unlikely to use the damage on him. And I'm not going to use the Bursting Balloon yet. You know, if he knocks out this guy... that's fine. Let's wait till next turn. What I'll probably do is, hopefully he'll knock out the Unown. Maybe he can't, which would be nice too, right? If my opponent's a little bit stuck, I'm okay with that. Alright, he's going to Sycamore his stuff away. What is he throwing out? Garbodor, which he doesn't need against this deck. I mean, it'd be nice he could shut down my Unowns and Klefki's, but I don't think that's a huge advantage. If you think about it, when I mentioned that Superior deck, Superior Decidueye, that might be good, especially with using the Timer Ball, because as I mentioned, the Timer Ball is a better Evosoda, because you'll get the ability from, I believe, Servine. All right. That's fine. And we're going to put our Vespiquen as the active. Vespiquen retreats for free, too. And... unfortunately, I don't have a lot of cards in my discard, but we'll put it on the Vespiquen. Even though, well, this is a shame I'm getting rid of the Decidueye here. I only have 2 in this deck. That's why I was hoping I'd get more. So I have to be a little bit aware of that. A bunch of Timer Balls here. I'm thinking I'm going to go with, ooh, Klefki. And then my opponent... won't be able to attack with his Mega Mew, so unfortunately well, I don't have to waste an energy here. I'll have to calculate that out. All right, coin flips are good. Let's get our Decidueye out. And we have our Forest of Giant Plants here, which I'll probably play now because I have to do that to evolve him. And I'll probably go with this Timer Ball as well. So, you know, you can miss on the coin flip. Let's get rid of this unknown. Oh, I can't put the Klefki on him. That's a shame. So I have a decision to make here. Let him attack me, or I retreat and let him kill off one of these other guys. You know what? I'm going to let him kill off this Rowlet. This is a tough decision here. Or actually not. I can retreat and put this Klefki on someone else, but maybe this Combee. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. So hopefully my Combee should be safe. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's okay. I would have liked to draw more cards, but I don't think it's worth risking the Vespiquen at this stage. I'm not going to do much damage either way. I don't really need the 6 cards. I have a V-Seeker here. I can go into Sycamore next turn. He won't be able to attack this Combee. Yes, I lose the Bursting Balloon, but he would likely just he very possible has a Shrine of Memories here too, so I have to be a little bit concerned with that. I can always try to target a Hoopa or Mewtwo. You know, it's funny, I try to think of good words to use, or good phrases for secret phrases, but sometimes you face the same decks. I mean, how many times are you going to do Mega Mew or Psychic Affinity or Lysandre that Hoopa? That's why I wish the community played more diverse decks. That would definitely be a bonus. So my opponent's a little bit stuck here, I think. Maybe looking for his Garbodor. Not that it'll help him this turn. That's good. I like to see that Timer Ball. And I could start powering up these Pokemon here. So obviously I want the Decidueye first. You shouldn't be able to attack. That's good to see. Alright, so. This is interesting. So he's fully powered. Let's get this guy ready. I don't want to play the Sycamore now. And he does have a Shrine of Memories here. Oh, that's good. So one Dartrix, one Vespiquen. I don't want to get rid of all this yet. I'm fine with waiting one turn. And we'll use some of these Bursting Balloons here. This is good energy here. So my thought is attack. He'll probably attack me, gain some damage. I have to get rid of the stadium. I'll put a Bursting Balloon on this guy, the double colorless. He'll attack, and hopefully he won't have a stadium by next turn. Now a Kukui would be great. But actually, this is going to work out, I think, pretty well. Alright, 60 damage there, so 120. So if he does attack me without using Shrine of Memories, he'll probably Shrine of Memories if he can. Alright, he's going to Lysandre. Oh, that's unfortunate. So let's see what he does here. He's got 150. And I can always retreat this guy. He only needs 1 energy to retreat. I'm sad that they moved the retreat cost, I think, to the other side. I don't think it was always there. Looks like it's here on the left side for these, so that's unfortunate. But let's see what my opponent does. Alright, so Psychic Infinity. Oh, he did not kill him off, so this is interesting. Well, the problem is, if I don't put enough damage to kill him, he's likely to stick it back on me. Well, he can't damage exchange. There's 130 damage on this guy. Well, he can. It will knock him out, so that's likely his plan. So we'll have to try to knock him out with the Vespiquen. Ooh, I wish I'd... You know? Let's read what this does. Discard... Prevent any damage done. Let's just put him on our bench here for now. I don't see any Garbodor coming anytime soon, so... Alright, Unown. No point in playing that other Pokemon unless we're going to get a Sycamore and discard him. Just want to check for Special Charge. No, there's no special energy in there, so I feel good with that. We'll draw a card. Let's just see what Trainers Mail gives us. I don't think there's anything we really need. This Lysandre's interesting. Now we could knock out his Shaman instead of throwing more damage on him. Well, he'll do Psychic Affinity, but it's still gonna Psychic Infinity, but he'll get 60 back, so he'll be in range of being knocked out. Why not? Let's. Oh, he can't play Lysandre. Bummer. Okay, so we are just going to straight attack. I don't think this Level Ball will give us anything at this time. Oh, I will knock myself out if I do this. So, let's prepare for that. Let's Wonderlock on this guy. Let's knock ourselves out, shall we? But he can damage exchange with the Stadium and an energy, so... Except this will prevent the damage. So I think he'll basically heal himself if that's the route he goes. So maybe not the best thought out plan. I can still go after this Shaman or someone else, but let's see how much damage you can do. 5, 6, 7, 8. 100 damage only. Oh, alright. I still think an exchange is coming. That's my guess. Yeah, Mega Mew's tough to take down without one-shotting it. It's a difficult deck to do because of that damage exchange. It's a very strong card, no doubt. Still no special energy. Oh, I got one there, so let's put it back in the deck. He's going to knock out this Vespiquen, and I've got nothing else going, so let's play N. Shorten my opponent's hand, maybe get something better in mine. I think my good cards are in here, are prized. If I don't have another Combee, the jig is up here. And I don't. So I'm pretty much done. That's one of the limitations of just using these Sun and Moon cards here, that I only have a 3-2-2 line. I would like a better line than that. There's no point in really doing anything. So we're going to knock out his Mew. Let's put a double colorless on him just for fun. Let's see, maybe we'll get a Combee from our prizes. That's probably our best bet. Nope. So we're pretty much toast here. Unless we can somehow knock out this Shaman. That's really my only strategy, because this Mewtwo is going to come trounce this Vespiquen, and this guy's not strong enough to take him down. So, fortunately, some of my cards are prized. So, all right, we still have to give away a card. We're gonna do it with the Leaf Blade here. So that'll be secret phrase number 1. Again, only once per video, please, if you won. That'll be the secret phrase for 1 pack of Evolution. There goes our Vespiquen. Probably our last chance to win. Let's target his Lysandre, that Shaman. 70 damage if he can retreat him. Well played. You have a good deck. And this game looks like it's over, because you wouldn't put this energy on him for, I'm guessing, a switch or a rope. No switch or rope. That's, well, there you go. Alright. He really didn't need to heal him. I think he's got enough energy to knock me out. Alright, so game 1's a loss. We'll be right back with more giveaways and another game after this short break. Heads again. There's our special coin. Oh, we lost this time. The magic is gone. Alright, so, what kind of deck are we facing now? Is it the same? I didn't look at all the colors, so guessing it's another Mega Mew. Let's see if we can get some of our good cards not in prize this time. All right. Not bad. Not the exact draw I would hope for, but it's okay. I can always, if I get a forest of giant plants, I can always dig out of this. Or I may just end and play something else. So we'll see. Oh, man, look at this. My opponent with a very good deck. Forest of giant plants. So he's got a Klefki as his. It's sometimes that's what happens with this deck. You've got to put a sacrifice here, and give away the first prize, which is unfortunate. I wonder if maybe an Electrode Voltorb would help this deck. Be a good addition to a Vespiquen deck. It gives you a double colorless, and when they die, it's 2 more creatures in your discard. So, and you can take them out of the active spot. So, there's more deck ideas for you, folks out there, if you're taking notes. All right, so he's got the purple here. That's probably from the unknown. See, that's a trick I do. Do not make your deck color what your deck actually is. Take every advantage you have to throw your opponent off. Why show them that I have a green deck when I can pretend I don't? All right, so this is working out. Forest of Giant Plants is fine with me. Wait, what do we have? No, we need a Rowlet. Let's see, and that's the only stage 1 we have. So again, we're kind of stuck behind prizes here. So if you were building this deck in earnest, you might want to put a better line than that if this is the idea behind it. Alright, we got a Klefki too. Don't think I'm going to need that. Energy does help slightly because I can do intelligence gathering. Why not? So we will do 10 damage and get some more cards and set up some more. This should be a fun matchup here, as long as we both have healthy hands and are able to keep things going. My opponent double Octillery, which is a good strategy because you can always use him twice per turn. There is a card in the new Sun and Moon, and you only get one when you use those 3 packs. A Ranguru that lets you draw 3 cards, up to 3. So basically, if you have less than 3, you can draw cards until you have 3, which could be an interesting idea. You'd obviously have to use it with more item cards as well, similar to what I said in my Sun and Moon video. So, all right, I'm curious if we'll see a Raichu here. Probably not. I think I would have seen a Pikachu already, or maybe even a Skyfield, but that's similar to my deck, which I referenced earlier in this video. But so far this looks good. I mean, I've got 2 Rowlets here. I've got a Timer Ball. I've got a Level Ball. I've got an Unown. Special Charge doesn't help me yet. I don't have anything to draw, but the Vespiquen can help me draw. I could keep going for 6 until he gets rid of this Klefki. So, my opponent way further down in his deck than I am. He's got 24 cards. I have 36. A little lull in the action here. Ooh, that's interesting. Double colorless throwing away to get what? An Unown? I don't know if I'd do that. Because those double colorless are really, that is the meat of this deck. I don't see any other energy for my opponent. So similar to my Raichu deck. Similar to this deck. Actually, no, this deck does have regular energy in it as well. So I wonder if I don't attack his Klefki, if I can get him to almost deck out. See, that's what goes through the mind of a mill player. 14 cards. Maybe we can get him to deck out. But it'll be slow. He'll probably stop using his Octilleries at some point. So he's gone through a good chunk of his deck. I have to give my opponent credit for that. There's good synergy here. This Ultra Ball and Octillery, that's good. He doesn't need, obviously, Pokemon Range or anything like that. So he's definitely going through his deck. like a maniac. Let's how much? But only 4 Pokemon here, so well there'll be 5, maybe 6 by the time he starts attacking. So hasn't been a huge advantage. Let's get our Rowlets down. You know, we're gonna give a pack away. Rowlet will be the phrase number 2. So again, comment, friend me, send me trade offer. All right, we have this extra energy. I don't want to play it just yet, and I want to play this. Ooh, yeah. Let's get another unknown. Let's get our unknowns out of here. I forgot. I do not have the. I should not have played these Rowlets because I don't have 3 evolutions. So one will be a stopgap for sure. And this timer ball is not really going to give me anything, so big fail there. I can target something. I could target this Vespiquen and likely knock it out. Let's just see. 20, 30, 40, 50. I cannot at all knock it out. Alright, let's play this. Let's get this guy up and going. I could knock out this Klefki, but I don't think it helps me. So I'm going to power up this guy because he will knock out any of their Pokemon. And I'll draw up to 10 cards again. Up to 6 cards, excuse me. Yes, I would. Alright, that's better. So now I got another Combee, another Vespiquen. I can get this guy attacking. Alright, so he is going to waste a double colorless to get the first punch in, which is fine because I'll get the second one in. And he's got plenty ability. All he needs is really another special charge, and he'll be good. Although I don't think he has a lot of Pokemon here. 5. So he's doing 70 damage right now. And I don't see him with the ability to really chuck anymore unless he uses an Ultra Ball. So not even knocking me out. So I'm inclined to. Oh, I can retreat. This is working out. I'm gonna retreat and use the Decidueye to. Remember, that's my early attacker. Still having draw issues here, but let's draw a card from our prizes. So Brave Bird here, taking out the first Vespiquen. All right, that's okay. I'm a little stuck. I need to get the second what is this, Dartrix out, and that would really help. So either my opponent's putting a sacrifice up and seeing if he can power it up in time and end here. He should definitely be able to get some double colorless. See, and I'm not going to go after his Octilleries. One, because I don't know how much it really helps him, A. And B, wow, 2 cards. That is living on the edge. But I still do not have a double colorless. He must have one. No, alright. So my opponent throwing in the towel there. I think he needs a little bit more in that deck. I think just the Vespiquens alone, it didn't do any damage. He needs more creatures in there. So that is my suggestion for my opponent. And we will go straight to a third game. And here we go. Alright, a colorless deck. Very intrigued. Could it be a mill deck? Here's our beautiful coin. Game number 3. We've given away 2 packs. So far, we've won 1 and lost 1. And I'm going to put this Rowlet as my active Pokemon for sure. If he gets knocked out, it's okay. I have more. There's more where that came from. And we'll get these guys on the bench. I like this hand. This is pretty good. I hope that will get me a Forest of Giant Plants so I can use my Timer Ball. And he could be fully evolved in turn 1. Alright, Lugia and Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho. Alright, this should be interesting. Oh, excuse me. I like this hand so far. Let's see what my opponent does. Granted, I don't want to see him use a lot of cards, or her use a lot of cards, and then I play N and give my opponent a second set of hands here. So You know what? Third giveaway. There you go. Ho-O-E-X. That'll be the third giveaway. All right. There's an energy. Good. I'm okay with that. Let us hope for Forest of Giant Plants. No. So I'm going to play a single energy. Yeah, I'll play it anyway, even though I might get knocked out. That's fine. No point in playing Timer Ball here because I can't play any of them, and I don't want them in my hand. I'm going to do a Sycamore, deny my opponent some cards. All right, so let's make it a little difficult for my opponent to knock me out. I can get... I don't know if the Timer Ball helps me, but the Sycamore definitely doesn't. So let's grab the Timer Ball. I'm going to use the Unown. Still don't have the card I want. Let's get another Rowlet going in case this one bites the dust. Let's see what we have here. 1 and 2. So I only have one full set anyway. So I can always lay a double colorless on this Rowlet, which will be my plan next turn if he gets knocked out. If he doesn't get knocked out, I will try to evolve this one the best. You know, I can evolve, well, only one, unfortunately. Again, this 3-2-2 line is hurting me here. I'd love to get a 3-3 line. 3-3-3 line, excuse me. So I did not give my opponent another card, and let's see if, I mean, a full hand with N. So she looks kind of stuck. Let's hope she really is, because I don't have much here. My goal would be, if she does knock out the Rowlet, I will put the Klefki as my active, double colorless on this Rowlet, play the Timer Ball, hopefully evolve it, and then Sycamore my hand away. I mean, I do have an N here, but again, my opponent does not seem to have a good hand. So, but definitely she's considering her options. She probably has a Sycamore there, and she doesn't want to get rid of what's in here, is my guess. All right. So, another Klefki. Our Rowlet survives, so... No! Bummer. All right, I'm going to go risky here. We're going to put a double colorless on this Rowlet. We'll play this Sycamore. Hopefully get a Forest of Giant Plants. Yes! All right. Not the greatest hand, but we can work with this. Although I just realized I've put a ton of energy on that Pokemon. So we're going to go all in, right? I can retreat this Rowlet. If I evolve, I mean, that's going to be... one energy is going to be enough to knock out the Rowlet. But if I retreat, I'm going to retreat, actually. Because I can get the single energy back. That's not a... Oh, I can attack, too. Let's get a Combee down. And I have a... Yeah, I'm going to retreat. I'm going to chicken out here. Although, if my opponent does attack, so if I do 50, 60, that's 110. That might scare my opponent a little bit. Oh, I can do this too. Let's really put a scare in my opponent. And we're gonna... Oh, I should have waited one turn. Ah, bummer. So, a mistake by me. That was definitely a misplay. Let's get these in our discard for next turn. So, if my opponent wants to knock out the Dartrix... go for it. But she'll do 50 here and then 60 back. So it'll be close to knocking this Lugia out. So she's got to be very careful here. I'm curious what her strategy is going to be. Now, I'm starting to think maybe my opponent has abandoned her computer apparatus and is no longer playing. Because she's failed to do anything in 2 turns. It seems like she's just wasting her clock. This is unfortunate. Alright, so we may have a non-responder here. Well, responding or not, let's just play on here. We're going to knock out this Lugia. We're going to put a energy here. We're looking really good. Damage increase. Thank you, Kukui. So there you go. You see, Kukui, with an assist here, that extra 20 damage is what knocked out the Lugia. Oh, no, it didn't. 170, so maybe not. Again, I have a feeling my opponent's not responding. Let's see what happens here. But I think you have a good idea of what this deck does. You know, again, I'd rather have a 3-3-3 line, so if you can wait until Sun and Moon is fully released, that might not be a bad idea. You can see how finally grass types have a little extra oomph. This is definitely a stronger card than... yeah, we're going to play the Combee, because I can always Intelligence Gather with the Vespiquen. I have a feeling my opponent has had something else more important to do. So we'll give it one more turn. One more turn, this Ho-Ho will be knocked out. And it looks like this damage does pile up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be too much. I had one game where I had 1 or 2 attacks, and then I only needed 30 damage. Or I think it was a little more like 50, and I used Leaf Blade, and I got the coin flip, so... It's not a total liability. It's not as bad as you think. I think most creatures, you're going to do 100 damage, you know. You're probably going to do much more than that, so... Alright, so good game to my opponent, if she was even playing. I hope you enjoyed this this video. And you know, you should definitely check out some of those other deck ideas I had. You know, Superior might be a good secondary. So you know, try it out, make some decks, have some fun. All right, until next time, thanks. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you'll know when our next video is released. Also, check out our playlists where you can find videos by topics like Mill decks or Cheap EX decks.